My name is Chase Johnson. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and we have used C3 Group several times on some of our large loss commercials and our higher end residential for their appraisal services and their public adjusting services. Their knowledge of the market, of the ever-changing regulations, and their ability to create a very thorough estimate from an understanding of construction and the management of the project.
I swear. Are you gonna work now? Can people hear me now? I swear we have ghosts. I am. Do we have sound now? Do we have sound? And it wasn't the button, it wasn't my pack on here. That thing turned off this time. Okay, we are good, and we're going backwards because I feel like it. I swear we have ghosts in here. I don't know what's going on. I'm cursed. But yes, I'm Heather. I'm the one that has trouble with sound. I don't know why. I just do. But thanks again to the Merlin Law Group and the C3 Group for sponsoring. Here we go. We have sound. And hopefully it doesn't turn off by itself. We have a small area that we're going to be watching for hail today. I'm only saying about 2% chance. The National Weather Service does not have anything, but I do think there is a chance later on this evening into tonight that with the activity that came through this morning that some stuff could fire off again later on this evening into later on tonight. I think the hail, if anything, will only get up to $50 in size. So here is the HRRR model. You can see there was some activity that was happening early on this morning. It's going to start to dissipate. And then as we get into later on this afternoon, evening, this is at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., you can see we will have some redevelopment of some thunderstorm activity. So that's what we'll be watching for any marginally severe hail or up to $50 in size. So going into tomorrow, this is of course a preliminary forecast. I'm only saying up to ping pong ball size as of right now. The northern plains will have a chance to see some hail late. It'll be tomorrow afternoon and evening. And then as we get into Friday, a little bit of a wider area that we'll be watching. It'll be just developing in the afternoon and evening, and maybe even into the overnight hours on Friday. I think up to golf ball size hail is possible, and the strongest storms for that. So again, this is all preliminary. Things can change. Make sure you stay tuned here the next few days, where hopefully the ghosts don't turn off my stuff. So here is the North American model. You can see the activity will develop overnight tonight, possibly. And then as we get into tomorrow, more activity, and Friday, it kind of just covers a lot of space. So we'll see what happens within the next few days here. This is Thursday night, so near the Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota border. That's where the storm activity will be. And then as we get into Friday, that activity will just start to move on to the east. So yes, very possibly active in the northern plains the next few days. So you know what time it is? It is time to check into the tropics. Again, there are a few systems that are going on right now, and unfortunately, we still have Humberto. He is up to 120 miles per hour, pretty strong Category 3, and like we've been talking the last few days, he's not really hitting anything. Bermuda is still possibly going to get affected. They are under a hurricane warning, and now as you can see in the shaded red, here's Bermuda right here. It should be impacting the island within the next 24 hours. And then I'll move on to the east-northeast and away from land, and will weaken as it gets into colder waters. And you can see it's at a 3 right now. It could get a little bit stronger before it starts to weaken and move even further away from any land. So that's 1. Now, if we look in the wider range, you can see Humberto is not the only thing out there. We have, let's see, that is Imelda. It's funny, once we started the forecast yesterday, it actually became a depression right at at noon, basically. And then became a tropical storm and moved on to land, and now it's just causing a lot of rain and yuckiness. That's pretty much all that we have for that. And we have Jerry. This was Tropical Depression 10. It's now Jerry. And there is another area that doesn't look like it's going to be really turning into anything, but things can change. So let's take a look at Jerry. He is up to 50 miles per hour for its max winds. And it's starting to become definitely a more organized. But where is he going? May not really affect a whole lot in terms of land either, some of the islands, but when it comes to us in the lower 48, it looks like as of right now, he may not affect us. We've been saying that the last few days. The trends have been staying pretty constant to keep him away from us, and the models are still saying that the next few days, just taking its time and moving away from land. And when it comes to strength, he will possibly become a hurricane. Some models are making him a stronger hurricane, but most of them are keeping him on the lower end of the hurricane scale if he does become one. So let's look at Imelda. She is now a depression once again, 30 miles per hour for its max winds, and she's just taking her jolly old time making her way onto the north. She's just basically dumping a ton of rain on the southeastern part of Texas. If we look where she's going to be going, she's just slowly going to move on to the north, taking her moisture with it. And that's pretty much all she wrote for that storm. So that is all I have for you today. I apologize again for the ghosts in here that keep turning off my stuff. I turned that thing on, I swear, I did. Make sure you send us first on Facebook if you haven't already. You don't want to miss any of our posts. All you need to do, go to our Facebook page, click on the follow button, and then select see it first so you don't miss anything in terms of any tropical events, any hail events, any surprise hail events. You know, it all happens in the world of weather. So if you haven't checked out our new site already, we do have a new site as well as our app. If you're having any issues, just navigating, or you just want to learn how it all works so you use it at the best of your ability, give us a call. We can set up some training. I promise you, we do not bite. We want to help you. And if you have any other questions about our products, any of our services, or you just want to say hi because we are friendly like that, give us a call at 855-334-4245. You can email us at info@hailtrace.com. Visit our site at hailtrace.com, and we have an Instagram page as well. And I am meteorologist Heather Kay, and I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday.